Hi, my name is Aaron Rivkin, and I am a second-year PhD student in music education at the University of Michigan. My poster is titled Exploring Motivation and Sustainability in Adult Community Ensembles, and these are foundations for research. So the purpose of this study was to identify what motivates adults to participate in community music ensembles and to use those sources of motivation to determine how to sustain membership in these groups. The following rationale for the study includes two main points. First, adults greatly benefit from music making, from social, physical, creative benefits, and more. Second, there's an opportunity for a symbiotic relationship between adults and music making and K-12 learners, especially in building support for music programs in schools. To start my research, I focused on two questions. First, what motivates participants to join and sustain memberships in adult community music ensembles? And second, how can motivational factors inform strategies for recruiting members and sustaining ensembles? I love this quote from Coffman, which says, "I now would like to see bands for adults under the age of 50, and I would like to see more intermingling of children, teenagers, and adults of all ages in making music in bands." I personally have about 10 years of ensemble experience playing in community groups, both bands and orchestras, and this picture at the bottom is me playing in a brass band at the North American Brass Band Association Championships just in 2019. So there's some recent historical growth of community music ensembles, and there's a lot of research with New Horizons International Music Association. And the goal of this organization is to provide entry points for senior adults to engage in music making regardless of their musical background. And some community music ensembles are performance-based ensembles, and they use performances such as challenging music, scholarship, and commissions to motivate and retain members. Other groups use education, and that's kind of similar to New Horizons, which is focusing on making social connections between adults within the community and perform at community events. Also, another way to engage adults is the use of andragogy. And andragogy is the method to teach adult learners. And there's different ways to sort of engage them, which I found from Ralston, who said informal and formal performances, flexible enrollment, non-traditional instrumentation, and exposure to other musical cultures all would help engage adult learners in music education. Another thing that helped was informal music making during childhood, during the developmental stages, led to participation in community music at a later point. You can see these two sort of diagrams for motivational factors for adults participating in music education and see how that sort of lays out. So you can look at that diagram. There's also Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which was the basis of the transcendent model for motivation through music making. And there's a connection between spirituality of making music along with the psychological and physiological needs to leading to a more fulfilling life. So finally, the synthesis of all of this. Recent historical growth of community ensembles provides insight into retention of participants. Age-related psychosocial development, there's a connection to music ensembles based on the skill level of the participants is helpful. And then also andragogy can build the bond between teacher, learner, and the ensemble. And the motivational factors for adults who participating in music education, participation in adult community music ensembles is really complex due to all the transient factors of participants over a lifetime. So in conclusion, connections between K-12 music students and adult ensembles encourages community building and support for music education. Motivation to participate in ensembles are similar between K-12 students and adults. Age-appropriate materials and methodology can help deepen the connection between educator, student, and group. And scaffolding the skill levels of ensembles encourages enrollment and sustaining membership. Thank you so much for watching this presentation.